Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer. Happy Wednesday. Are we at Wednesday already? We are. Hi. Hey, Laura. How are you, girl? Good morning, everybody. Trying to scope from my desk today, and we're going to see how that works. Wow, there was just like a flash on my screen, and that was a little bizarre. Wanted to talk to you guys this morning about something near and dear to my heart, which is social media. I went and spoke to a group yesterday of local Kansas City small business owners, and we kind of talked about some of their, like complaints about social media and some of the challenges, I guess, that they face and that sort of thing. Laura, thank you for inviting followers. You're a gem, sweet girl. Mwah, thank you. And we had a good time yesterday just kind of chatting about the things in social media that kind of make people want to like bang their head against a wall. And I don't want anybody banging their head against the wall. And so I thought I would kind of share with you this morning some of the tips that I gave them in hopes that it will encourage you to utilize social media. Good morning from Kansas. And hey, go Royals, right? Forever Royal. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. For those of you new to my scopes, my name's Jennifer Allwood. I own the Magic Brush in Kansas City. It's a decorative painting company. So we go into people's houses and we make their cabinets beautiful. We paint murals in kids' rooms. We make garage doors look like wood. I have an amazing group of women that work for me. I'm doing good. Thank you. And we get the honor of going into people's houses and making them gorgeous. And so we do get to do some traveling. I'm going to Belize this winter to paint for a client. You can find more information about my business if you Google the Magic Brush or go to themagicbrushinc.com. And so I have almost 200,000 social media followers right now. The majority of those are on Facebook. I have 127,000 people following me on Facebook. If you look for Jennifer Allwood, you will find it there. No, not frozen. No, not frozen. And so, yeah, you can find me there. And so I love social media. Thank you. It is well with my soul. Hi, Jen Reynolds. I've missed you, girl. I had the sweetest lady in, gosh, I'm so bad with names. Give me a second. Opal Iris make this for me. She makes jewelry in either Kearney or Excelsior Springs. She was in one of my coaching groups. I coach creative entrepreneurs on how to grow their businesses. You can't tell how old I am. Okay. I'm 44 and not getting any younger. I am happy to be 44 because the alternative is being 6 foot under, and that's never a good alternative. So I embrace my age and I'm not at all ashamed of that. So anywho, when I talk to a lot of small business owners, a lot of times they want to bang their head against a wall, like I said, about social media. They are confused. They don't know where to focus. And so I'm going to just go through a couple of things here and a couple complaints and kind of share with you what I shared with the group yesterday. And I actually had them raise their hand in the group. It was funny. So one of the major complaints that I hear people say is they don't know where to focus their time and energy on. And so if that's you, raise of hands or somebody comment if you don't know where on social media to focus your time on, because it seems like every day there's something new popping up. You know, there's Snapchat, there's Periscope, there's I've never gotten into the Google world. I've never gotten into YouTube. I have kind of stuck on my ones that I love and that I do good at, because here's what instantly always happens. I got the sun right in my eyes. It's a weird shadow right there. You're going to be good at whatever social media site that you find yourself playing on. So, if I have time at the end of my day, I'm going to be on Pinterest. I'll look at Facebook first, and then I'll look at Pinterest next, because that's my playground. Why is that so bright right there? Hey, thank you for sharing, Miss Vicky. And so you will inevitably, I do have a YouTube account. Are you that old school? You know what? I don't get any traction on YouTube, and I don't waste my time on my social media sites where I'm not getting any traction at. That to me is just silly. That's foolishness. And so the majority of the world is on Facebook. I mean, I have a stat sitting here in front of me from Gibbons Business Solutions that says 71% of social media users are on Facebook. The rest of them is like 17% Instagram, 19% Twitter. I mean, they're all about the same, but everybody is on Facebook. And so I will always go to Facebook first. It's my favorite. I think you have to be really careful too if you're a business owner, like where are your clients at? For me, I know from my Facebook data that my social media followers are mostly, at least on Facebook, like in the 33 to 44-year-old age bracket, which is primarily Facebook age. I mean, really. And so I feel like Instagram is fantastic for some industries. For DIYers, I think it's okay. But I think it's really great for like more visual things. Here's the thing with Instagram. On Instagram, you got to make sure you take good pictures because it's just a visual social media. I mean, you can't do anything without a picture on Instagram. You know, on Facebook, you can at least just like type things out. You can share videos. I mean, yes, you can do videos on Instagram, but Instagram is, you know, run by pictures. So unless you're putting, you know, really like cute quote things and pictures of things that look really good, then I don't think Instagram it works as well as some of the other social medias. So for me, I focus on Facebook all the time, and then I focus at where I play at all the time. And so I play on Pinterest. I'm there anyway. And so since I was there anyway, last year it became obvious to me, why am I not like taking Pinterest more seriously? I'm sitting here like pinning things like crazy. I'm, you know, looking at curtain ideas and tile ideas and whatever else. And I'm playing and not really like thinking about building my Pinterest tribe. And it occurred to me that that was foolish. If I'm there anyway, like, why am I not building it? And so, you know, the main complaint I hear people say about Pinterest is, oh, it doesn't apply to my industry. That is not true. That is not true. Yes, Laura, Pinterest is a huge tool for us. And I was telling people yesterday in my talk about social media, for those people who want to say that Pinterest is all about food and crafts and it doesn't apply to their business, that is not true. Look at Dale Partridge on Pinterest. He has 760,000 followers on Pinterest. Dale Partridge owns Sevenly, which does charity work. Okay, so for those people who think, oh, my business is not applicable on Pinterest, he is a prime example of, oh, yes, it is. There are so many women my age who are the purchasers in the home for stuff on Pinterest. You don't see what Pinterest is good for. Okay, let me give you a good example. My website is called themagicbrushinc.com. 2 months ago, I don't have the stat from last month because I haven't looked at it, but 2 months ago, my traffic to my website, I had my number one contributor was Facebook. My number two was 6,116 people came over to my website from Pinterest. So if you look me up on Pinterest, look up Jennifer Allwood. No, Jen Allwood, sorry. @ Jen Allwood. That's JenAllWood. You can find stuff that I'm selling all over Pinterest. So I try to use the 80-20 rule when I'm on Pinterest. I pin other people's stuff 80% of the time, and I'm pinning my stuff that's for sale 20% of the time. What do I sell? I sell how to paint your own kitchen cabinets. I sell coaching programs for small business people. I sell Pinterest training. I have a 4-hour-long Pinterest training that you can actually buy on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest at the end of this year is supposed to be having the Buy It Now button, which would be amazing because, you know, when I was talking to people too about their complaints about Facebook, and they were saying, you know, their stuff doesn't, what's the best way to grow Pinterest followers? Follow a lot of people. Follow a lot of people. Get my Pinterest training. It's $77 for 4 hours of training. You can go to themagicbrushinc.com/Pinterest. It is a really good training. And it tells you who to look at on Pinterest, like who to kind of, you know, get ideas on what looks good, how to name your boards, the top 15 board names, why you need to be repinning popular pins, why you need to have your Pinterest page verified, because then you get Pinterest insights. And once you get Pinterest insights, you can determine where all the people who are following you on Pinterest coming from, and you can pin at those types of nights. You can see what your most popular pins are, and you can pin there. So this isn't a Pinterest scope, but I just want you to know that for those of you who are already on Pinterest, use that thing, baby. I mean, use it all day long. If you are already on Pinterest, start making it work for your business because you're going to be good at what you are already playing on because you're most comfortable there. I mean, for me on Twitter, I like struggle a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Twitter, I think, is fantastic if you've been on Twitter for a long time. I don't seem to get a lot of traction on Twitter. I do have almost 20,000 followers on Twitter, but Twitter, if I'm sitting down at the end of the day and I have social media time, I will go to Facebook, then I'll go to Pinterest, then I'll go to Instagram. Twitter would like not even occur to me. So I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. I think Twitter is based a lot on industry. I think it's based a lot on, how long you've already been there, because there's just so much noise on Twitter. It's so like fast and there's just so much. Now, I will tell you what I think Twitter is amazing for those of you who are curious. Twitter is fantastic for reaching out to people that you would never otherwise get in touch with. Oh, thank you for saying that, Miss Vicki, that I do think I have a great Pinterest training. Let me give you a great example. I am going to Waco, Texas in 2 weeks to meet Chip and Joanna Gaines. This will be the third time that I've got to see them. They are opening up their new silo barn, right? So I was in need of some additional tickets to take some other friends. And yes, I'm going to see Deck Renew Interiors there. I'm going to see you. Can't wait to meet you in real life. So I tweeted Chip Gaines, and he tweeted me back. Now, here's why that's so cool, because on Facebook, that tweet would have gotten lost. That comment would have gotten lost. I'm so sorry that sunlight's coming in so bright. But on Twitter, I see everybody that tweets me, even though I'm not great at Twitter and I don't have a ton of traction there, I still see if anybody ever tweets, at Jen Allwood on Twitter, I totally see that. And Chip saw that, my tweet to him, and he completely responded. And we responded not once, but like 3 or 4 times. There was a banter, which was very cool. And so that's amazing. I also have been able to, if following different people on Twitter, get them to follow me back. For example, the prophet, Marcus Lemonis. I followed him on Twitter. I was watching his television show, The Prophet, one night. Did any of you guys watch? Oh, yay. You guys do love me in Texas. So crazy. I think it's the big hair and the big jewelry and the big everything. Because if I look at my Facebook Insights, next to Kansas City, I have more followers. My next 3 cities are Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston. Isn't that crazy? And if you didn't know you could look at that, Facebook Insights, it's very valuable information. So I followed Marcus Lemonis on Twitter. He followed me back. I'm like, how cool is that? I actually screamed when it happened. I was in bed. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe he just followed me. Because I was watching his TV show and it says on there, live tweet with Marcus or whatever. And I'm like, we'll see. I did that this year with HGTV's Beach Flip. Did you guys see that show? That Beach Flip show where they had 3 judges and they had 4 people or 4 different houses and 2 people in each house. And they were asking you to live tweet. And I was tweeting during the show, and I can't remember which house, but they tweeted me back because, the show's not going on live, obviously. So they're sitting at home watching the show too, more than likely with their phone in their hand. So Twitter, I think, is great for that. So if you don't know which social media to focus on the one you love. And Facebook, because duh, everybody's on Facebook. Okay, so people were asking me though, my stuff doesn't get seen on Facebook. Yes, it will if you post the right stuff. Yes, it will. And this is the deal with Facebook, you guys. You can either complain about it or you can just follow their rules. I mean, it comes down to that because unless you are brilliant enough to come up with your own social media, then you got to play by their rules. I mean, that's tweetable. So stop complaining about Facebook. I wasn't as smart as Mark Zuckerberg, and neither were you. And until we get that smart, then we have to just play by the rules. And so if you think your stuff is not being seen, that's not true. Last week, and I have my Facebook Insights that I can pull up really quickly, my Facebook page for Jennifer Allwood was reached by 2.8 million people. 2.8 million people. I had 22,000 comments on my Facebook page last week. Your stuff will get seen if you post the right stuff. And so I had a couple of duds of posts. I mean, I always have duds of posts. This is what I tell people about Facebook. This is my #1 Facebook tip. Are you ready? Write this down. I always try to figure out, how can I word this more lovely? I can't. Okay, here's what it is. On Facebook, you have to just remember, Facebook is like a jealous lover. It doesn't want you to go anywhere else but stay right there on Facebook. So I don't post things to Twitter and Facebook at the same time. I don't post things to Instagram and Facebook at the same time. I don't upload YouTube videos to Facebook because Facebook doesn't want me going anywhere outside of Facebook. It wants me to stay right there. And just know that your blog posts and stuff, they won't get seen and commented on as much because you're sending people out of Facebook. And so Facebook likes everybody to stay there because Mark Zuckerberg is brilliant. I mean, seriously. So there are a lot of people killing it on Facebook. There are great Facebook trainings available to people. Don't just quit complaining about it is my best advice. Quit complaining about it. And, if you want, you can pick up your tools and go to another sandbox and play, but that would be stupid because everybody's on Facebook. So you just got to figure out how to play by their rules. And so when you see that you have a post that does well, do more of that. Do more of that. So another complaint is people don't know what to put on social media. And I was giving them some great examples of people that I follow on social media every day. You ready for those people? I'm going to tell you. Jen Hatmaker. Who here is a Jen Hatmaker fan? Hello? Love. No, my links with my blog will work from Facebook. Let me address that real quick. Here's what I don't do. Go see how I painted these pumpkins. I don't do that. Yesterday, and let me read it for you word by word, okay? Hang tight, because I did a blog post. And at this point, I'm sure you all realize that Facebook shows more the posts that are being commented on more, okay? So when you're posting something and sending people over to your blog, you want them to be commenting on it. Hang tight. I'm going to tell you what I said, because it was a post about some candy corn pumpkins that I painted 3 years ago. Okay. So people think you've got to put, especially us DIYers and us people that are creative entrepreneurs, we think we got to put only all good, perfectly brand new projects on social media every day. No, you don't. I have been working this business for 15 years. For 15 years, I have had painting projects and DIY projects. So this one that I posted yesterday was 4 years old. I posted a 4-year-old blog post on Facebook. And I said, remember that one time when I tried so hard to do pretty candy corn pumpkins that I saw in Better Homes and Garden? And I tagged Better Homes and Garden because that's the honorable thing to do. And then I said, P.S., wasn't my Ava so yummy at that age? Okay, so what that did was I ended up having, let me see how many comments I've got here. Hang tight. It was, this post was reached by 25,000 people. And I did have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or something comments. But the post was seen by a lot of people. And it's just the way I worded it. It's what happens in the DIY industry so much is we say things like, look at this old piece of furniture, and then you want people to leave your blog and go over and see that, or leave Facebook and go over your blog and see it. And remember, Facebook doesn't want you to leave Facebook, and nobody else does either. That's the thing, you guys. Think about when you're on Facebook, do you want to leave and go to somewhere else either? Not really. Not so much. I mean, we're lazy consumers. I'm a lazy consumer. If I'm in Facebook, I just want to stay there because otherwise it takes too much effort to hit like the links. I mean, how lazy are we? And so as much as you can keep people in Facebook, you will get more traction. But, my blog traffic is very important to me. So I do send people there. So people that I follow on Facebook religiously that I think are kicking it on Facebook. Okay. Jen Hatmaker. For the love. Hello. That girl is nailing it on Facebook. You want to know why she's nailing it? Because everybody knows everything about who Jen Hatmaker is in terms of what she loves. If you follow Jen Hatmaker, you know she's obsessed with Gilmore Girls. If you follow Jen Hatmaker, you know that she just started watching Parenthood. She's never seen that show before. If you follow Jen Hatmaker, you know she's got 3 bio children, 2 adopted children. You'll know she's an author. She's married to a pastor. She just had an HGTV show. Yes, are Jen and Brandon not the real deal? Jen Hatmaker is on my list of top 3 people that I want to have dinner with, for sure. So is Dave Ramsey. They're in my 1 and 2. Jen Hatmaker and Dave Ramsey. Wouldn't that be fun? And so Jen Hatmaker is my online BFF. She just doesn't know that yet. Okay, so Sandy Krakowski, the most positive woman on the face of the earth. You can watch her on Facebook. She does a brilliant job of working her Facebook page, encouraging millions of people in life, in religion, in faith, in business, etc. Shark Tank. I follow all the Shark Tank people, every single one of them. And if you were on Shark Tank, who would you want to be your coach? That's my question. Who would you want? If I was on Shark Tank, I would want Barbara. Who would you guys want? I like Barbara a lot. think she's cool. Barbara. Me too. See? What are their other names? I'm trying to remember. Okay, hang tight. I'll think of them. Oh my goodness. Mark Cuban's on there. What's the sweeter blonde girl that's the QVC? Lori, thank you. Mr. the money guy. What's his name? I wouldn't want him. He scares me. I don't like working with people who scare me. Who else? Who else is on there? You'd want Cuban. You'd want Lori. I'm trying to think of the other guys. Yes, Kevin, Mr. Wonderful. I was going to say Mr. Money. Yeah, he calls himself Mr. Wonderful or Mr. Incredible or something. That's Mr. Horrible. That's funny. But he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Okay, another Facebook page that I follow every day. And I think is fantastic. Humans of New York. You guys follow Humans of New York? Amazing. You want to know why they're so amazing? Because they're different. They're different than everybody else on social media. Humans in New York is amazing. It makes people feel like they aren't alone when you read their stuff. It makes people feel like they can relate. It makes people, I think, feel encouraged and like think about life. So it's not just an encouraging quote, but Humans in New York is fascinating because it's like real people. And we're all fascinated with real life. That's why reality television, went nuts years ago. You're dead to me. Does Mr. Wonderful say that? You're dead to me? What the heck? God bless it. Okay. Mamastery. Or is it Mama Astery? Or is it Mamastery? Who knows who I'm talking about? Glennon. What? Fun fact. Brandon is the #1 photographer for reach over the entire internet. What? Oh, for Moms of New York, or Humans in New York? Is his name Brandon? It's Monastery? I thought it was Momastery. Who is that? Is it Mom Astery? It's Glennon somebody. Yes, Mom Astery. Her and Oprah are like this. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? She's an author. Doesn't matter if you agree with, her outlook on life, her faith. Doesn't matter. The woman's amazing on Facebook. She doesn't post a ton of things, but everything that she posts gets thousands of comments. She's amazing. So she's another really great one to be watching. And so Brandon is the honey photo. What? His reach is crazy awesome. Who's the second one you said? Oh, Sandy Krakowski. She's amazing. It's Krak. Krakowski, I think. Marie Forleo. I follow her. Absolutely. She's amazing and brilliant. I mean, brilliant. So all those people they have total leverage on Facebook. What I was telling people yesterday when I was talking to them about social media is HONY is the Humans of New York. Thank you. Because, yeah, thanks. I haven't had enough coffee. I'm like, what is HONY? Are you trying to call me honey? So thank you for that. What I was telling people about social media yesterday is you all have things about you that make you special and or weird and or unique and or, it's your own little personal freak flag. I mean, really, if you follow my Jennifer Allwood, my computer's dinging, sorry, Facebook page, you know that I call my husband Mr. Magic. He doesn't like to be seen a lot on social media, but he is amazing and the total brawn behind our business. You know that I have a daughter whose name is Ava, and she has her own hashtag, #OAva. You will know that girl, if she gets a TV show before me, she's already had a conference call with some producers from Bravo. She's amazing. And so we have 3 kids. I love the Lord with all my heart. You know things about me because you follow my Facebook page. And you also know I can't cook worth a crap. And that's one of my little freak flags. I mean, I can't cook. And it's funny when you just are really vulnerable on social media and you let people know exactly who you are, you will attract. I mean, we have a tendency just to attract whatever it is that we're putting out there. And so I feel like I've attracted a great tribe on my Facebook page because everybody knows who I am. And so if people, totally dislike posts about family and encouraging things and things about my faith and things about not cooking, they'll quickly not follow me, and that's okay. Because you don't want people sticking around on your business pages that, are totally not your people. So I hope that is encouraging. I actually have a couple of clients I have to go see this morning, so I'm going to have to get off of this scope. But if you guys are interested in my Pinterest training, you can get it at themagicbrushinc.com/Pinterest. It's $77 and it will totally put your Pinterest page on point. I show you that there's an order to the way you need to be ordering your Pinterest boards. I tell you the top 15 names for Pinterest boards. What else do I have on there? It's 4 hours worth of how to make your own pins. I tell you who I use to make my pins. I don't make my own pins anymore because I've got a secret for you. I stink at it. I stink at making pins. And I don't do things in my business that I suck at. I just don't. I don't. Because it's foolish to like spin your wheels doing things that you're no good at anyway. And you're spending all this time. And oh my gosh, I tell all the clients I coach, quit doing that. I'd rather shoot myself in the foot than make my own graphics. And so I don't make my own graphics. I pay people to make my own graphics because I'm no good at it. And just like the fact that I'm not great on Instagram, it's reflected in my following. My Instagram is my weakest link. Thank you. I love my necklace too. It says it is well with my soul. And it's from Opal Iris, who's Kansas City local. And so I hire somebody to make all my Pinterest pins. She is amazing. Emily does a kick butt job for me. If you find me on Pinterest at Jen Allwood and you love how my pins look, email us and I will give you her information because she's great. And why would I do a crappy job at it and it take me, X amount of hours when it could take her 15 minutes and she's stinking amazing. So I give you that information in my Pinterest training. I tell you who to follow, why I like their boards. I tell you all about something called Board Booster, which automatically pins for me every day so that it looks like I'm on Pinterest and I'm not on Pinterest. Does that make sense? Yes, it's in Carney. I said earlier, I couldn't remember if she was in Carney or Excelsior. She's amazing. So get my Pinterest training and, or if you're interested in coaching with me, you can find all of my coaching information at themagicbrushinc.com. Up at the top, it says how you can work with me. I have Pinterest training. I have a $47 small group coaching every month that you can get in and out of anytime you want. I have my 6-week mentorship is starting next month. First time I ran that, we had 89 women in it. It was amazing. Here's what we talk about. Boundaries in business. How many of you stink at boundaries? I have stunk many times over my 15-year career at boundaries in business, which this is what bad boundaries in business looks like. You work all the time. You let people take advantage of you. Your clients take advantage of you. You don't charge enough. You basically work all hours of the day. You let your clients text you at all hours of the day. You let your clients text you at all. You negotiate on your prices. Those are the type of boundaries that we talk about in my mentorship. In addition, we talk about fear. Yes, thank you. I can never say your name, Fiuza. When are we going to scope together? Girl, we have to do it. She is brilliant on Pinterest. She's a Pinterest SEO person. Fiuza, go comment again here. Is it Fiuza? Gosh, I wish I could say that. Yes. Okay. Somebody, there she is. Go follow her scopes, you guys. I learned a lot about Pinterest SEO from her. We have Yo Bland. What does that mean? We have Yo Bland. I don't know what Yo Bland is. Anyway, so we talk about fear in my mentorship. Most small business owners are scared half to death most of the time. Oh yes, we need to blab. Yes, we totally need to blab because I don't know how to blab. Teach me how to blab. Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. Most small business owners, we are scared to death half the time, and that includes me. And I have gotten so good though, in the last, I would say 5 years of just making business decisions scared anyway. And so tons of small business owners deal with fear. My training on fear is 1 hour and 15 minutes long. It's one video that's 1 hour, 15 minutes long. I give you homework. I give you worksheets. I give you movies to watch. We talk about boundaries. We talk about outsourcing because I outsource half of my life. If I were to write down for you guys how many people work for me in different areas, it would blow your mind because I don't do a ton of stuff because I only focus on the stuff that I'm good at. The rest of it, I stink at. I don't do my own grocery shopping. I don't do my own house cleaning. I hate it. I don't do my own, ironing. There is stuff for all of that because while I am wasting my time being bitter and pissy about cleaning my house. I've had a house cleaner for 8 years at least, maybe even closer to 10 at this point. So I'm cleaning my house. I'm being pissy about it. She's going to be here any minute. That's another reason that I have to get off this scope. She comes in and busts it out in 6 hours. I pay her $125. Let's just talk real money for a second, okay? I charge $100 an hour for me to go to a client's house and me to do any sort of painting work for them. So I pay her $125 for those 6 hours, but I go out and make $600. So I'm doing something I love that's generating income that's, I'm going to be able to blast my pictures while I'm out painting. So I'm making $600 while I'm paying her $125. So for me to have a house cleaner, I just made $475 that day. Does that make sense? And this is the stuff I talk about in my coaching groups. Quit cleaning your houses. My gosh, there are people that would love to clean it for you. And if you have a business to run, I swear to you, you cannot run a business and clean your own house. I don't think it's possible. So you have to change the way you're thinking and you have to work smarter. I mean, I am a married woman. My husband would like to, spend time with me. We have 3 children together that need a mom. And I own my own business and, employ a lot of girls. You can't talk hubs into it. Quit cleaning your houses. I'm telling you. You know what? You need to lay it out for your hubs in a way that he can see the value, because here's what he's thinking. Why would we waste money on a house cleaner? You've got to prove to him, like I just proved to you, honey, during that 6 hours while she's here cleaning, I can be out making money doing X, Y, and Z. Let's give it a shot for a couple months. So that's the kind of things we talk about in my mentorship. Starts next month. Go to themagicbrushinc.com/mentorship. It's $187. It's the best $187 you will ever spend. We talk about competition and why so many people, small business owners, why we struggle with our competitors. And I have a whole nothing but a week-long training on dealing with competition. Dealing with the competitors that you enjoy, dealing with the competitors you don't enjoy. How much do you watch your competitors? How much should you be watching your competitors? That sort of things. We talk about that for a week. We talk about dreaming and goal setting for your business. I have 16 goals on my bulletin board next to my desk. I have a dream board downstairs. I teach you how to make dream boards. How often do I have a cleaner come in? Every other week. Every other week. Laura, you're perfect for my mentorship program, Laura. You're perfect for it. And I can tell you that of those 89, or was it 87, Vicki can tell me, women that went through the first round, it's a 6-week-long program. I've had women open up their own stores. I've had women that have been in there who have quit their jobs and started their own businesses. I've had women that have gotten out of a bad situation where maybe they had a booth in a mall and it didn't go good and they've gone to other places. It will help you feel like you have a tribe of people on your side helping you to take the next right step in business that you're scared to do. I promise you it will. So go there. So dreams and goal setting. I have 16 goals for this year, and I have met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals that are on my list of 16. So I still have 2 months left, 2.5 months left for this year. But how many of you know that the statistics all show if you don't put stuff on paper, like the likelihood, if you write a goal on paper, the likelihood of it coming to fruition is like, I don't even remember what the stat is. It's in my mentorship group. 70% or something more likely that if you put a goal on paper for it to actually happen. And you are never going to figure out if you are doing what you're wanting to do in business or if you're headed in the right direction if you don't give yourself some goals. One of my girlfriends and I were talking a while back, and I was asking her what some of her goals were. We triathlon together. And I was like, so what's your goal time? And she was like, what? And I'm like, well, what are you hoping you do it in? And she's like, well, I don't know. I just want to finish. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you're not even going to push yourself? Like, you just want to finish? I mean, yeah, I want to finish. I just want the magic brush to be a great business. But how do you know if you ever are like, kicking butt if you don't like set yourself some goals? I mean, I have financial goals. I have goals about my time. I don't want to work 10 hours a day. I've done that, been there, done that, burnt the heck out, cried. There is no business worth my family, my husband and kids. I'm not a business owner. Oh, thank you, Vicki. Thank you. Thank you for giving me hearts. So we talk about dreams and goal setting a bunch because you have to have some goals in your business. You have to have some things. And it doesn't have to be everything centered around your business necessarily. Let me give you an example. I'll be totally transparent here for a second. You have a lot of goals, including camping supplies. You go, girl. Preach. All right. One of my goals, Don't laugh. I'm coughing. I feel like I'm getting a cold. One of my goals. I want to advertise for a hair company. Don't laugh. Okay, so I just met that goal last week. Fat Hair has selected me to be a brand ambassador for their hair products. People ask me about my hair all the time. And so I want to advertise for a hair company and get paid for that. And so, check. That just happened last week. So stinking cool. One of my goals for yet this year is to interview an HGTV star. Okay? Total transparency. I will be in Waco in 2 weeks, and hopefully I'm going to be interviewing somebody that just got their own brand new show on HGTV. So, advertise for bird extermination. What are you saying? Oh my God, you caught my scope 2 days ago. That's right, Vicki. I'm laughing. All right, so I seriously have to go. Check into my coaching programs. Bless you guys. I hope that you have an amazing day. If you missed the scope the other day, it's on catch.me, where I did have a bird stuck in my studio, and it was terrible. And I cried practically. All right, love you guys. I got to go. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.